I'm doing a video about toxic friends or abusive friendships. These are the signs of an abusive friendship. The first sign is your friend is always putting you down. It could be like a really major insult, like you're stupid, or you don't look good in that outfit, or it can be something really subtle, like them rolling your eyes when you make comments, or when you tell them how you feel about something. They change the subject all the time. Um, or they're just making snide remarks a lot. The second sign is if your other friends are questioning that friend's behavior. Like, you say, my friend said this or that to me, and your friend's like, why would she talk? Your other friends are, why would she talk to you that way? Why would she say that to you? Why is she treating you like that? And the third sign goes along with it is you're always making excuses for your toxic friends. You're saying, oh, she didn't really mean it. She didn't, mean to offend me. She was just kidding. That's just how she is. And that sort of thing. If your friend is unreliable, unsupportive, or overly demanding and they don't give anything back. If you make plans with your toxic friend and they drop the plans at the last minute, if they don't care that you are upset when they drop plans, if they constantly expect you to be available for them when they have plans, but they don't care if you have plans previously, if they are always asking you for money or they're asking you to listen to their problems and they won't listen to your problems, that is a good sign that you have a toxic friendship. Toxic friendships can be unsatisfying, unequal, and stifling. Normally after you hang out with a toxic friend, you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel like you've had a nice time or it's been a good day, or you feel your self-esteem getting lower because they're always making rude comments about you. And toxic friends will, of course, not admit their toxic behaviors. Normally, if you confront them and you say, you're hurting my feelings, or, I don't like the way you're talking to me, or I don't like what you're doing, they will make excuses. They will say, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just kidding. I didn't do that. Obviously, if somebody is emotionally abusive or toxic friend, they're not going to come out and say that they are. The phrase toxic friend is a pop psychology phrase, according to Jen Berman, who's a PhD. She says, I would say that it's someone who, after spending time with them, makes you feel bad about yourself instead of good. Someone who tends to be critical of you, sometimes in a subtle way and sometimes not so subtle. A friend who drains you emotionally, financially, and physically. You cross the line between helping a friend in need to helping a friend who is always needy. Women are more likely to be in toxic friendships. I'm not sure what the reason behind that is, but it's generally the friendships between women that are more toxic. It's a problem when your other friends say, every time you hang out with her, you're in a bad mood. One sign of a toxic friendship is the good friend always feels like she can't remove herself from the relationship. A lot of times this happens because you feel like if you remove yourself from the friendship, she won't have anything else or anyone else to be her support system. If you're her only friend, then you feel bad if you leave her even though she is a toxic friend. And now that I've told you what a toxic friendship is, I'm going to tell you how to end a toxic friendship. Obviously, the first step would be to identify that the friendship is toxic. If you don't know that you have a problem, then how can you fix it? The second one is setting boundaries. Basically, you're allowing your friend to hurt you and you're hurting yourself. You have to realize that the responsibility is partially your fault because you have continued to stay in the toxic friendship even though it's damaging. The third step is set boundaries. Take care of yourself. When your toxic friend wants something from you and you want to say no, say no. Don't continue to let them control your life. If your friend calls you and you don't want to talk, don't answer the phone. If they want to come over and you have something to do, tell them you have plans. You know, if they want money and they want to borrow money and you don't have it, don't loan it out. It seems obvious, but when you're in a toxic friendship, sometimes it's not, because it goes back to you're always helping the needy friend. Talk to your non-toxic friends. It's hard to end any kind of relationship, even if it's just a friendship, so you always want to surround yourself with positive people, and your non-toxic friends can help you in the transitioning process of getting used to not being friends with these people. And a lot of times toxic friendships have been long-term friendships, so it's kind of hard to end a friendship that's been that long. Suggest professional help. If you feel like it's wrong for you to get out of the friendship because that friend won't have anyone to help them anymore, ask them, maybe they need counseling. You're probably not the right person to help them because it's damaging to you, so maybe they should get professional help so that, they can get the right help. You're not the right help because it's hurting you. And the sixth thing you can do is end the friendship. If it's hurting you, end it. And this seems really obvious, but you cannot put someone else's needs before your own to the point that it's damaging to you. If your toxic friend is not making you feel good about yourself, if they're not being considerate, if they're always borrowing money, if they're always putting an emotional and a financial and mental toll on you, and they're always being rude, and they're being inconsiderate, and it's always about them, then it's obviously time to end it so that you're not allowing yourself to be harmed by that person anymore. And every friendship obviously needs balance. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and rate, comment, and subscribe below. Thank you.